was on like 2 days ago, and I put it on.
Movie's on like every other
day. It is. Put it on, just, sort of in the background. Nobel Prize-winning economist Robert Shiller says that artificial intelligence could be the biggest challenge to the jobs market, and he has an interesting proposal. Shiller is advocating livelihood insurance to help protect against potential job losses or drops in income.
It's weird. Only for AI, or if you lose your job for any reason?
Good point. Maybe that's one of the reasons you might lose your job.
You lose your job because of bad trade pacts or something.
That. He said some protective measures are already being implemented. For example, web design academies that teach people to run internet sites and don't charge tuition unless graduates actually get a job with a certain level of income. Then they take a percentage of your first year of income. I don't know. We've
talked to somebody about that, about schools that say you pay me over 5 years, but only if you're making this much money.
Yeah. I'm torn. I want AI to move very quickly. I do, because I'm counting on, downloading myself to hardware, picking you as an avatar, because you haven't, you got all your web squatting stuff done, but you haven't picked yourself as an avatar, have you? I can actually be you once I'm downloaded. Your persona.
You want to
yes,
be me?
I want to be you. I want to be young. I want to be thin. I want to be, I want to have those strong eyebrows. I want to have all the things that you're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You don't want to pick me, I guess. That's what a nice person would say. That's what a nice person would say.
I want to.
Okay.
All right, Russian President Vladimir Putin can rest easy. He has secured enough voter signatures to qualify for the March presidential election. Putin is running as an independent candidate, and self-nominees have to obtain 300,000 signatures in order to qualify. Polls suggest that Putin will win re-election comfortably, actually easily.
David Solomon, did you guys read this? It's an unbelievable story.
Yeah.
Has a thing for fine wine. Former personal assistant, though, to Goldman Sachs' co-president, now facing federal charges that he stole more than $1.2 million of rare wine from his boss. Prosecutors say the former assistant, Nicholas DeMai. Do you want to go with that? Used a fake name to sell stolen wine from Solomon's collection to a North Carolina wine dealer. Among the stolen wine was 7 bottles of a rare Burgundy that sells for an average of nearly $20,000 a bottle. By the way, this is not the first time that Goldman Sachs partners have been hit by their assistants, if you will. I wrote a story years ago about a banker named Scott Mead. His assistant had stolen about $5 million from him, and the same assistant had stolen about $1.8 million from the boss before that. We're actually right next to where Skadden and Arps used to be. Was a whole host of assistants there who had stolen all sorts of money from their bosses. There was one woman who was having her boss use erasable ink on the checks. She would erase the name, make it out to cash, opened a pizzeria in Queens.
Man, that takes gall.
There was another secretary who was was making checks out to herself and then intercepting the mail so that they wouldn't see it on the bill. She did this over like 10 years. She would take $5,000 at a time, $2,000 at a a time, hoping they wouldn't notice.
Right.
That's probably
do they know that's the scary.
They notice eventually.
Eventually
they notice. And I remember years ago in Scott's case, he was trying to give a big millions of dollars of donations to Harvard, and he calls up his money manager, actually at Goldman, and they said, well, there are these transfers to Cyprus that you've been making.
Yeah. It would be. I mean, I wish we were in a position where, like, a year later, someone says, you're missing $5 million. It's like, really? That's representative working at Goldman, though. Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah? Show me. Oh, yeah, that.
Oh, yeah, those 12 bottles of wine.
Right, exactly.
When the numbers are that high.
I know, but,
it's all relative.
It is.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.